Hi, this is Just Saying, and I am here today to share my shrine. I always talk and say, oh, I'm Christian this and Christian that, and ancestors. You hear that a lot. If you listen to my videos, I'm pretty sure I've pissed half of the Christians off. They get real pissed. Oh, praise the Lord. Oh, this is the demons, the devils. That's insecurity to me. Whenever you got to keep up in your mind that it's always somebody else, that it can't be. That's another reason why I would never be in that. Never. So, but this is my shrine. And I build a shrine everywhere I go. Everywhere since college. When I left my grandmother's house, I had a shrine there, me and my brother. My grandmother had little knickknacks, but the shrine thing just naturally came to me. People, it's in my blood. Okay? And is that possible that some of us African American people can go over grandma's house? I mean, I'm talking about grandma that's about 80, 90, aunties that are 70, 80, 90 in that area. You can go in and there's pictures in their house. Some African Americans, not the bourgeois. The bourgeois, I don't know. I don't think they know either. So, but you know, up in the, all on the mantles are all pictures of children and uncles and aunts and people that had those old pictures, look like they're about to fall off, and they all standing around a little wooden house and sitting down, and they don't smile. Ain't no one is smiling. Those pictures, all of that are shrines. That's the same as shrines, remembering your ancestors and the people that came before you. And that is what I did on a natural basis. I believe my son has one for me. And it's just a white cloth with my pictures. You can build any shrine that is heavily on you. You'll know what to put around your shrine. And in your place, everywhere should have a shrine, a place for your ancestors. So now, this here, I had it sitting on here, are dried roses. These are dried roses. And dried roses are my favorites. I don't like the roses when they're, red and blossomed. I love them when they're dried out. People have asked me, why do I do that? And I tell them, well, I'm doing it because that's the way. They're better when they're dried. You can use this for so many art things. I could take these and put them on a sheet of paper with some glue and spread them all around, let that glue dry, then pour some paint over it, and I can probably sell it for $200,000 because that's what they do. But, mine would just be a picture of art in my home and part of my shrine because it's a part of my efforts. I offer it to my ancestors. So I do. I love this. Then I have vodka. Vodka, absolute vodka too. Ooh, I wonder why that's in my shrine. I'm not going to tell you that. Maybe later. But anyway, and it has my colors for the gay community. And I love those colors. I really do. But that's it. And then we have this is my cup for sage. I throw sage in here, and the smoke I kind of spread all through my place real slow at my door. And I do it often. You have some people that are experts, African experts. They say, oh, this color, you're supposed to say Ashe this way. They're experts, and so they can say, oh, you're only supposed to do that once a week on the third moon and the second moon. You do look at your moons. You can look at your moons, but not for sage. Okay, and sage is cleansing, that's all. You may feel sick. Sometimes when I'm aching, I burn sage. Sometimes when I'm upset after doing these webcams about some of the things that are happening to black people, I get really upset. I burn some sage. And it calms my spirit, my heart. everything. This is some good stuff. So sage, get you a little porcelain thing like this because it won't burn. This one has it. One of my porcelains burned, but this one, and it's white. I have to have white for a reason. This is a plant I've had 5 years. 5 years I've had this plant. 5 years. And when I was at home, most of my family our remains are in Forest Home Cemetery. So we used to always take flowers or a plant and to put on it. So I do that on my shrines because I have some more ancestors over here. You know, most of the people have transitioned. I have a special place for that. And then I have big signs, and this is next to this picture. I have a great representation in my small apartment in Los Angeles, not Hollywood Hills, but in Los Angeles, small apartment, bachelors, which whom I am so thankful for, and it is very comfortable. Because these things, being in here keeps me, like when y'all don't do like and comment and talk, one talked about me, then I have some family members that are really bad, that have been very, very bad. Some are unexpected, non-supportive as usual. And so the ancestors protect me. If I run into people that are hating on me, this helps me. It was this that helped the Haitians, Haiti, not to be overtaken by the French. It was this, what I'm doing now, my honoring my ancestors. It was that spirit and special prophets that knew how to put that, do that final to it, to where all of them dropped dead, including the blacks that have destroyed the community that helped make it happen. Because, you know, black people had to help make this happen. You know, and we'll call that black on black crime. And I'm going to call those government officials and everything else a big crime. The Constitution of the United States was written by 15 slave owners. How can you expect anything biased out of the law? No one has said that. None of the black medias. Nobody is reminding these young people or people that nothing can happen really without changing that Constitution. They do not want to do that because they know it's biased. And they know they will win everything they need and want as long as that Constitution stays the way it is. So it's nice for the kids to know, though. I can do what I'm doing, and I wanted to mention this because I'm not going out for a job. I'm not going to go and work for corporate America. I'm 55. I would never do that. I never would do it when I was younger either. 9 to 5. That's what I used to call those type of jobs. I hated them. I never fit in because I wasn't the type of woman that was raising a family, worrying about her husband every 5 minutes, even though he's playing around. He was at the bar last night with Susie and all of that, and they just bring in their whole desk is full of family pictures, and then they got them, praise the Lord, you know, the church every night, and if you don't come, she ain't speaking to you no more. I hated those jobs. I was an administrative assistant. I did a lot of office stuff. And I worked at all the big, even to the post office. I walked out of the post office. I literally said, I will not give my life to this. It's not happening every day. And I've been broke, homeless. I done been everything. And I don't regret not one of those places, not going to them at 8 and 9 o'clock and 5 o'clock and going through that. And the post office, their walls are green. It's a army green. And then they work you, talk to you like a dog. That's murder. That can drive people. The colors affect your energy, you know. And most of the people that worked at that post office that I know are dead. Cancer. They probably were breathing that stuff they painted the walls with. But the color, because I'm a very highly, highly spiritual person, I knew those green walls were not good for me. I walked out of there at 2 o'clock in the morning, went home. My grandfather never hardly spoke to me really good yet after that. My family. Then when I'm getting back, you know, you don't get the support. But when you have a feeling about something that you should be doing, that you want to do it. Because it's your life, not theirs. It's your life. Church don't like you because you gay or whatever. Shit. You know what they really need in most of these churches? They need to delete the gay out of the church. Because these churches are hustlers. This is about money now. That's monetary. And then they get you, hey, huh, you know, all through the damn place and all that shit, and make you feel good listening to the music and all that, and then collect all that money, and you can't even pay your rent. You go and try to get some money. You go there, you got to go see this, that department. I didn't even know y'all had this department. I've been going here forever, and I didn't even know. Okay, I'll go. Who is that? Brother Wright? Okay, go over to Brother Wright. Brother Wright said, your rent, huh? So, why don't you go talk to Sister Sarah? She is the best at this. So, go talk to Sister Sarah. So, you go and talk to sisters, you never, ever get any help with your rent. But yet and still, with this Christian and that godly thinking that you got, you will you come back to that church and give that man 10% of your earnings because the Lord told you that you can do it. Now, that has nothing to do with spirit to me. That's just plain dumb. Dumbness. Anyway. I'm cooking at the same time I'm doing this. So I got to hurry up and do it. So, church. How did I start talking about church? I was talking about me and family. And how if people don't like you, take your money and your stuff out of them churches and build your own. I bet you they'll start finding ways then, because they're all about the hustle now. And the ones that say they really about God, you know who was really convincing to me? And not only was she convincing, I must right now today, right among my shrines and my ancestors, I must say that Mother Teresa, whoever, however you mention her name, she was the real deal. And I'm just pointing her out because she'll stand out. And she's Catholic. And then I guess religion to me means nothing. But she was the most beautiful person. One of them in this whole wide world. Pure. And she didn't want a dime for it. I respect that. Okay? But now this stuff that they doing, they can sing all day long. I love gospel music, but I've gotten so I don't even want to go into that. Mary, they were on that thing. Those girls look like they doing. Now I must be from the old school because and that one, she's crazy as hell, but she's religious. I said, what has happened to their music? Because I love gospel music. But I like music now that don't just go Jesus or whatever. They talk about life and their real feelings, and that's the kind of stuff I like. Because that when you do that and you praise Jesus, I know he's mad because he was a teacher. He didn't want you to make him out of a glory God. He was a teacher to teach us how to honor our ancestors, how to do it, how to keep the power, how to do it, and have power in your life. Heal, how to love, which is really hard because it's time to fight now. He did all of that. That was his purpose. That's what he did. Y'all making him out of a god. You have made, you Christians have made it out of something else. That I can't wait until Catholic Church brings it out. And Mother Teresa was the bomb. She tops all of it. So if you're going to bow down to Jesus, you should bow down to Mother Teresa, because she saved a lot of little babies. She was a soul that was in the game for what the game was about. She's one of the, most of y'all in the game trying to hustle, get your house on, get your car on. Some of y'all might be selling some reefer. I'm not really knocking reefer, but you can sell. There's prostitutes in the church. The girls go right to the church. Why go to the strip club? Go right to the church and make a lot of money. I knew some girls when I was younger that did it. So I'm done with church. I don't even want to think about that. Today is my happy day. And your happy day. Just because. Okay? So take care of yourself. And what can we do? I hope this tape is good, because the other one wasn't. This is, oh, did I tell you about my pick? I didn't mention. I mentioned the vodka and the wine. There's wine always around my shrines. And I showed you the sage, where I burn my sage. This plant I've had for 5 years. Yes, my plants have to be over a year for me to put them on my shrines. And that's been forever, because I build shrines all my life. I think my son has one of me. It's in our blood. So that comes from people that did it in the past. And so your ancestor, how do I know? How do I start this? It's natural. When you look in the mirror, you can look at your eyes and you know somebody helped you look like that. They look just like you. Find out about them. Find out what they did. Find out, ask questions to older people. That's the reason why things are better when it's dried out than when it's new. With my roses, I'm saying. That's why I keep dried roses. Because I bring that energy to me. I meet some wise older people every time, and I talk to them as long as they need, that they can talk. And that is a big thing. Like most of the people here in LA look for stars. I don't give a damn about stars. I go off the hook when I meet a very wise older person. That takes my whole day. I go home, I feel so great and so good. So you can find out through your older people in your family. And sometimes the younger ones may know. The younger people may know somebody told them. Like my family didn't know that my grandparents told me about my great-great-grandmother, Lucinda. I asked, though. I asked. I'm always been interested in history, because of the gifts that I have. I will drill for some kind of information about what I want to know. So that's how you find out. There's a lot of black people that run around talk about, they do their African thing, and Africans ain't even heard of it. Or if they do it, they have to, like all these shrines, well, you got to go to the sunset and the moon on the 3rd, and you got to do you don't have to do all that for no shrine. Now, what they did in Haiti for those French might entail some stronger energy to do it, like what they got to do now. What the ancestors are about to do now has already been planned. They're going to help us. And guess what? Sometimes when you think you've won, you've lost. So I think that police brutality better straighten up. And I don't know anything about the Obama. Who cares? I really don't. I'm done with him. So, this is my shrine. This picture is who? It's Jesus. He is Black Jesus. No, that's what he looks like. That's why I really was attracted to this, and it cost a little money, like $200. I fought for this. Some other lady grabbed it. I was gonna knock her ass out. But I'm like, oh, excuse my language. But I pushed her. I said, "This is mine," and I took it home. And I have adored it and took good care of it. But just to show you, this picture looks like Jesus, but guess who it is? Guess. This picture is Bob Marley. He's my favorite entertainer of all times, ever since I was young. And it's a big, beautiful picture in here, and the colors are, it sets my little apartment off, okay? So, Bob Marley, I love you. Mwah. I used to hang out in the Wild Hare in Chicago. And I was a drunk then. I used to drink a lot of wine. I was a party girl. And I used to hang out there. And there was another place. And then I went to the islands a couple of times. And then I don't know how I met Bob Marley. He was short. I was expecting a real tall man. He wasn't real tall like I thought. But he was really cute, and he was real sick. He was real thin, like his bones were going in his face. He was real sick. And he passed away shortly after that of cancer. So, that's the story of Bob Marley, and he's still in my heart. And his music, reggae music, still there. Bob Marley. Have a good day, you guys, because they're starting to fix stuff out here in my neighborhood, and I won't be able to hear a thing. Take care of yourself and love your children. Love yourself. And guess what? I love. But I can hate. Because there's a thin line between love and hate. There's a thin line. That's what that means. Between love and hate. And if anyone hits you in your right cheek, just ball your fists up. Do this. Do you see it? I can't see it. Ball your fists up like this. And that's the right cheek. Go to the left cheek and just knock them out. That's what you do. Hit them back. Don't ever turn the other cheek. Wow.